I've just had this through the door literally about half an hour ago. It's the Ravenforge Gunblue 500. I bought it solely because I think it looks absolutely fantastic. There's a lovely, lovely bit of blue there. Nose nicely all the way around. This scatter liners. Through there and all the way around there. It really is a really nice, that contrasts beautifully with this redwood handle and a nicely polished blade. Blade metal isn't stated. I guess it's 440, may even be 420. There is a very slight imperfection just there. There's a little dot missing. Yeah, don't care really. £22 for a nice looking, nice hand filling knife. This comes in at 180 grams, which is 6.4 ounces. So it's got a reasonable bit of heft behind it. It's a reasonable size as well. The blade, what's that, about 4 inches, overall 9 inches. So it's a reasonable hefty knife. It feels really nice in my hand. I've never been a fan of pocket clips, so we can't carry a locking blade over here unless you've got very good reason, which you haven't in law. So I usually take them off. This one actually can't feel it. Very, very slight lip there. Sorry, that you can actually feel, but mostly when you get hold of it, nothing. This little frame lock pushes to one side, comes out again. Nice positive engagement, and it sits quite nicely just on my second knuckle, and that sort of indexes it into my hand really nicely. There's no jimping or anything, which I would have sort of expected, but there isn't. No horrible sharp edges, just a nicely made knife that looks good, feels good, and out the box you know, how much sharper does it need to be? Is it shaving sharp? Just about, although you can't actually see much of that. Have we got any hairs? Yes, it's shaving sharp out the box, and all for the rather nice price of £22, not including postage. Came really, really quickly. Really good communication all the way through. We've got your order, thanks very much. Got an email at 2 in the morning saying, you're brilliant, thanks for ordering one of these, which I thought was nice. Well, the other thing I do like about Ravenforge knives is they usually send you some sweets as well, which I do like. A little card here, so if you are on Facebook, have a look, because it's an interesting community. There's some interesting people there, and they usually send one of these cards as well. A sort of photo of one of their staff with, you know, a hand-drawn, handwritten message on it. I like that. It's a really nice personal touch. Ravenforge are a decent company. They're trying to open, is it Raven Castle, something like that, Ravenforge Castle, a dedicated sort of knife making, forge, throwing, general place where, you know, people like us could go and have quite a good time. Way up north, so I might make a few-day trip of that as and when it gets opened. But yeah, generally I like this, which is why I'm doing a video within an hour of it appearing. It's a nice knife. It handles well, it's really sharp, and it looks fantastic. And at 22 quid, I think actually it's a bargain. I'd like to know what the steel is. I think, as I said, it's probably 440 or 420. Ravenforge do have a habit of using 440. It's, you know, it's good enough. It's not a fantastic knife, knife steel, but it's good enough for the vast majority of people who are going to be using knives, particularly in this country. And, you know, it gets blunt quick, but it can be sharp and quick. What do you want for that price? I'm not going to spend hundreds of pounds, but yeah, it is really. I'm really, really liking this. Really handsome looking knife. Go and have a look at their website. It's thoroughly recommended. They do loads of stuff. Axes and swords and chainmail and Victorian handcuffs and all sorts of other weird and wonderful things. Well worth having a look. That's Ravenforge.